Good afternoon, everyone, good to talk to many of you before. I'm Vibha Rustagi, and I'm heading the Global Engineering and IoT practice for Cognizant. I've been at Cognizant for 10 years, and in fact, prior to that, Ravi also mentioned how M&A is really an important tool for us. I came through an acquisition of ITAS, which was, as a CEO, which was doing engineering services in the communications, media, and tech space. But today, I'm really excited to talk to you about two things. One is the huge opportunity of digitizing the physical world. And second is how we are enabling the differentiation of becoming the next generation contemporary player in this industry. And we are at the core of our customers' business. We are building, we're designing, we're making, servicing, scaling solutions that are intelligent, that are connected, that are autonomous, and that are driving efficiency and that are driving innovation and growth for our customers. Now, these end-to-end capabilities across the ecosystem is helping our customers bridge the physical and the digital worlds. And I'll draw your attention to the bottom of the screen. The digital things can be anything from sensors, embedded systems, cars, factories, buildings, anything that's physical. What we are doing is we are embedding the engineering from the chip. We are going to embedding the software in the products and the factories, allowing autonomous technologies to mobilize static products and static factories. And with this, I'll tell you that this kind of engineering and R&D spend is representing a very large and growth market. You'll see here that in this market, with a 10% CAGR, by 2027, the expected services spend in this market is $280 billion. And if you look at the horizontal spend across the domains, we are 100% aligned in this area. And in the spend by the industries, over 80% of this mirrors where we're focused in our industries. So we are aligned with the market mix, we're aligned with the industry spend. And what we're doing here is we're covering this market with 4 distinct and differentiated offerings across the very high growth industries that are listed at the bottom. One of them that's highlighted is the A&D industry, which we have done with Belcan's acquisition. In fact, Lance, the CEO of Belcan, is here somewhere. Where are you, Lance? You can talk to him afterwards, in the back. So this modern and futuristic engineering requires deep domain expertise, which is what we're providing through these offerings. I'll take you through these real quickly. The smart products, what we're doing for our customers here is we are going across the entire life cycle, the entire product life cycle. This means going from inside the product with embedded systems to outside the product across the networks to beyond the product. For example, product as a service. In this space, we're going from chip to cloud, and we've also done an acquisition of Mobica, which further solidifies our embedded capabilities. In intelligent mobility, again, we are engineering inside the car, working on ECUs, which are electrical control units and embedded systems, to outside the car for connected platforms, autonomous platforms, and from beyond the car. So for example, the car to the grid. Again, going from chip to cloud and beyond. In this space, we have done an acquisition of ESG mobility that is further solidifying our automotive stack. Similarly, under intelligent operations, which is the third one, we are modernizing the plants for smart manufacturing and autonomous factories. Again, from inside the factory with shop floor modernization, Industry 4.0, to outside the factory with smart logistics, to beyond the factory with autonomous manufacturing and operations. In this space, we are accelerating the innovation with acquisitions that we've done in the past of TQS and Zenith, and also with our strategic partners that Sandra will talk about, AWS and NVIDIA. And this is really some really core work that we're doing here. Now, this, in the fourth offering, spaces and sustainability, we are creating solutions to make the spaces highly efficient, whether these are buildings or factories or warehouses. And in each of these industries, we are providing sustainable solutions for better outcomes. Now, this is the kind of transformation we are driving with these capabilities across all our clients. I have several examples of this, but I'll give you a few today in each of these categories, some of these categories. In smart products, for example, one of our clients, who's a global tech leader in electrification and automation, is creating a suite of chargers that's intelligent and that's future ready, and that's communicating with the new age EVs. Now, this charging EV is a really complex mechanism. It happens in real time, and the chargers and the EVs need to communicate and decide on the charging profile that's acceptable to the EV and to the charger. What are we doing here? Our team of engineers is working across embedded systems. They're working across chargers, across hardware, across charging platforms. And we are executing a very highly technical and complex work, which is driving the future of EVs, EV chargers. And in this space, we are implementing this solution across 35,000 units. Now, in the automotive space, did you know that 30 to 100 million lines of code goes inside a car today? Now, the value of the car is embedded in more of the electrical ECUs and the embedded software than it is in the mechanical components. And cars are now connected to the cloud to keep them current, to keep them updated, to add features, which is commonly known as a process called FODA or SODA. It's firmware on the air and software on the air. So we are providing deep engineering expertise across every aspect of this product lifecycle in the car. At this time, I'd like to address your attention to the first example, where we're working with a European auto OEM in autonomous and electric movers. What we're doing here is we're playing a really pivotal role in their autonomous journey. We're doing the electrical and electronic design. We're integrating various ECUs in the electric vehicle. And we're doing verification and validation, commissioning and deployment of this prototype. In the smart manufacturing space, we are working with one of the global paper and packaging majors or companies that is integrating real IoT data across 20 of their plants. And this is integrated, all of this is integrated with the AWS cloud. Now, this solution is using some of the newest technologies in Gen AI. It's using some of the newest technology in digital twin and also in data collection. Now, as I transition to the next slide, I'll talk about some of our solutions, our platforms, our Gen AI solutions. We have many of these. You see 5 of these running here, but I'm only going to talk about 2. The first one is our Neuro Edge platform, and Prasad referred to it in one of his AI portfolios. This platform is delivering compute power by bringing intelligence to the edge. Now, there are many benefits of this, but I'd like you to remember just 3 of them. One of them is around the automation and the latency reduction, and that gives you real-time data processing. The second one is reducing the time that goes to the cloud. So now you're efficient and you're doing all the processing at the edge. And the third one is enhancing privacy and data security. And this immediacy of real-time edge processing is very critical in some industries like automotive, in industries like A&D, in industries like medtech or manufacturing or retail. And this is where we are implementing this solution across our customer base. Our digital twin solution, this is one we've developed in partnership with AWS and with NVIDIA's Omniverse platform. And this is for manufacturing plants and factories that are connected, that are intelligent, and it's done through simulations and modeling. This enables us to drive optimization in the AI, optimization in the factories, and make it more autonomous. Now, with many of these innovative solutions, cutting-edge capabilities, centers of excellence, state-of-the-art labs, we are going to market with a highly differentiated portfolio as the contemporary next-generation player in this industry. And this is what gives us the right to win. I want you to remember 5 key takeaways from this. Number 1 is that our offerings are aligned to the spend in the domain and the industries. The shift from physical to digital, we talked about how The ER&D, or the engineering work, is being outsourced. You heard the numbers, $280 billion of spend. But what's important here is it's also being spent in the regional markets. So we are leveraging our global talent pool across all the regions, across EMEA, across APAC, across the Americas, for providing these capabilities across all of our clients. And then the third one is our global network of labs. You see the phygital infrastructure. This is much more than IT infrastructure. This is labs that have products, manufacturing labs, automotive labs, garages, studios. So there's a lot of infrastructure that's going in from a physical standpoint. And the fourth one, of course, is our strategic M&A. I spoke about a few, but here we're making the investments across key domain areas in our M&A. And combined with our strategic partnerships like NVIDIA, like Qualcomm, like AWS, Siemens, just to name a few, this is what is giving us the access to the markets. And finally, I spoke about the cutting-edge solutions, assets and process frameworks. We are accelerating the time to market. Speed, speed, speed. I know you heard that. But as we do that, what's important is that we deliver a robust quality deliverable. Now, these especially in mission-critical domains like aerospace, like nuclear, like automotive. This is how we're going to market with a highly differentiated portfolio. And combined with what Prasad talked about on the engineering platforms, Cognizant's engineering and R&D portfolio of over 100,000 engineers worldwide is uniquely positioned today to drive the next wave of transformation. Thank you very much.